It's officially been a full year since Misfits 001, and it has been a good ride ever since, so let's look back at these silly sausages back at Misfits 1, August 27th, 2022, and let's reminisce and remember the good times. This is Misfits 001, a retrospective. Ooh. Earlier in the year of 2022, it was announced that KSI would be fighting Alex Wasabi for his comeback fight after the Logan Paul 2 fight back in 2019. Not too long after, the whole card was released, and we can see here that the fights were as followed: Sam Hyde vs. I Am Thompson, King Kenny vs. Face Sensei, Salt Pappy vs. Andy Warski, Dean the Great vs. Evil Hero, with Deji vs. Fousey, Face Temper vs. Blueface as well. This was a stacked card, and you'd expect that for Misfits' first event. However, ladies and gentlemen, there were a few complications. A lot of pullouts. So first of all, Blueface couldn't fight Face Temper. I don't remember why he couldn't, but he just couldn't. So who was brought in to fight Face Temper instead? Slim. And honestly, this was the better fight. But the main problems and complications with the card came for the main event, KSI vs. Alex Wasabi. You see, 2 weeks before, August 27th, 2022, Alex Wasabi pulled out due to concussion or broken hand. It's not really clear. Different people said different things, but either way, he pulled out due to some kind of injury. So what did KSI do? He pulled out this bad boy. Yeah. So you see, Swarms, who we know now, but at the time was a very unknown guy. The only reason anyone would know him on this card is because he had a song with KSI once called Houdini. And Swarms on a Instagram live stream said that he would smoke KSI in a boxing match and basically said, let's run that shit.
Okay, I will say it again for the fucking TikTok live. You can go to KSI and say, I want to do a boxing game with him. I will smoke him.
He's winning. You want KSI?
I want KSI. I'll win, bro. I'll smoke him.
You'll get smoked.
I'll smoke him, bro.
Hey, Kuma, who do you think's winning?
And as a half joke, KSI's team put down Swarms as the backup opponent. And what happened? Alex Wasabi pulled out. So it was Swarms. Yeah. No one knew who this guy was. He had never boxed before. He had to lose like 20 kg in 2 weeks or some shit. Basically, everyone was like, this is some dumb ass shite. So that's that. But KSI felt like he needed to save this main event and save this card because KSI vs. Swarms wasn't even close to competitive. So what did he do? He did something revolutionary new to boxing. He did a 2-in-1 night special. He would fight two opponents, would start the card off on the undercard fighting Swarms, and then fight a professional journeyman boxer at the end of the event. Until God looked down at Misfits 001 and said, nah. The third opponent KSI had tried to get to fight him on Misfits 001 had to be taken off the card due to his racist tattoos. Yes, the guy was literally a racist with white power and swastikas basically drawn on him. And a lot of his promo videos were filmed with SS's in the background, which is just, oh my, you know what I mean? Like, just why would you do that? So Ivan Nikoloff's replacement was now Pineda, and thank God it was, because Pineda ever since has become a staple of Misfits because of how just funny the guy is. He doesn't speak any English, but he is a goofball. And finally, August 27th came and went, and the fights were great. Let's go over them really quick. Sam Hyde managed to take out I Am Thompson in round 3 with a very good match. Dean the Great made his debut and smoked Evil Hero, very good fighter, and went on to become the Misfits lightweight champion. Face Sensei was deeply robbed of a victory by King Kenny. I don't know how Face Sensei didn't win this fight. He rocked Kenny twice, and Kenny barely won any rounds, but yet Kenny was given the decision somehow. And Salt Pappy broke out as the superstar he then became. Salt Pappy, through Misfits, went from a guy who kind of just beat Halal Ham on points and wasn't really anything special to an icon. He would go on to knock out Josh Bruckner, a undefeated professional MMA fighter, in 2 rounds on Misfits 4 after starching Andy Warski on Misfits 1 on this event. It was mental. It was, I think, 20 seconds the whole fight in total, and Salt Pappy just put him to bed. At the beginning of this undercard as well, KSI fought Swarms, as I said before, and did exactly what everyone thought he would do and starched him in 1 round and 10 seconds. Yeah, so it was technically a second round knockout, but Swarms lasted, I think, like 10 seconds in the second round, so it is what it is. Yeah. Now let's talk about Deji versus Fousey. You got to keep in mind, at this point, Deji was 0-3, alright? He had just lost to Alex Wasabi, and Alex Wasabi had just been knocked out by Fousey Tube in a spar. So now Fousey was fighting Deji. This seemed like a mismatch in hell. And Fousey was taking this seriously. He was ripped. He was training hard. No one gave Deji a chance. Everyone was saying Deji is going to get fucking knocked out in this fight.
I don't see a path of victory for Deji, unfortunately.
Right.
So to then see Deji demolish Fousey like it was nothing in that ring and dominate him in every sense of the word was fucking crazy. Everyone went mental. That was the loudest the audience went the entire event. No screams were as loud as when Deji was smoking up Fousey. Not even close. There's a reason Deji vs Fousey has 7 million views on YouTube. Everyone wanted to watch that fight. Everybody so wanted Deji to win, but no one thought he could, and then he did it. Underdog mentality. It was crazy. Good work, Deji. Slim vs Face Temper was the upset no one saw coming. Everyone expected Face Temper to go out there and destroy Slim. But guess what? The other way around happened. Yeah, that's right. Face Temper got his ass beat by Slim. Slim just turned out to be a better boxer than him. Which is weird because Slim looked shit in his last 3 fights. Yes, he won, but he was just winging punches at other people who couldn't box. So for him to then come out with that game plan and beat Temper in the chess match was mental. And to knock him out in the way he did as well, insane. Absolutely crazy from Slim. To say he had 2 weeks notice on this fight. He didn't even have like a full camp. He had 2 weeks and he came out and beat Face Temper. Mental. Face Temper would go on to get a knockout win on Misfits 3, only to then be knocked out in round 1 by KSI. But the main event of the evening was here, a professional boxer versus KSI. Luis Pineda, he's young, he's tall, he's skinny, but KSI, he's here to do business, and the fight was pretty terrible. KSI knocked down Pineda, I think it was like 7 times, and Pineda just kept like getting up and complaining to the ref. Like, KSI would like touch this guy's hand and Pineda would fucking fall onto the floor, and he kept complaining about the back of the head, like that wasn't even happening. KSI would throw a punch, Pineda would like duck his head into it so it hit the back of his head, and then he'd complain to the ref about it hitting him in the back of the head. Shit was dumb. But yeah, Pineda would go on to get a redemption of sorts in Misfits 4 against B-Dave, so I guess it's okay. He's kind of a cult figure now for Misfits, so it's okay now. But at the time, Pineda was a bit of an embarrassment to the sport and to KSI. But anyway, KSI got his 2nd win and defeated a professional boxer before any other YouTuber. Even though it was like a really goofy one, but he still did it. But yeah, dudes, that was Misfits 1 exactly a year ago today. Well, kind of. I'm releasing this on the 28th of August, 2023, not the 27th, but ignore that. Yes, guys, that was Misfits 001 exactly a year ago today, definitely. And please, if you enjoyed this retrospective and look back, drop a like and subscribe. You heard me, motherfucker. Alright, bye.
Roll the trailer.